And welcome to Final Fantasy IX, folks. The year is 2000.
Mm-hmm.
We're riding off the backs of the ever popular Final Fantasy VIII, which in its own rights is a pretty incredible game.
Yeah, I don't think it lived up to everyone's Final Fantasy VII love, right?
Oh yeah, no, people are rampant fans for 7, which I'm in that group, and that's fine. Uh, Remake was dope. If anyone played it,
Oh yeah, actually the remake is free right now on PlayStation Plus.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
So at the time of this airing, you can go get it.
yeah, yeah,
Get it after the video though. Watch the video first.
yeah.
But and then they remastered Part 8. I have that on Switch. Maybe we'll do that one day. And then this is actually the PC version of Final Fantasy IX. So you're gonna notice it's a lot clean, a lot cleaner than the original PlayStation version. The menus, I believe, have been redone. The backgrounds, I think, are unchanged for the most part, but all the character models look real nice.
Yeah.
I mean, as nice as
Yeah, I mean we
nicer than the originals. But
were messing around with an actual hard copy of Final Fantasy IX, and there is a big difference in quality, even
Oh,
on
yeah.
this pre-rendered cutscene. Like, it's for anyone that's in their mid-30s watching this, going nostalgia, like, oh wow, it's just because I remember. No, it's not. It's actually better. You're tripping.
yeah,
But gotta really love the beautiful fantasy aspect of Final Fantasy IX, especially after 2 games of like Magic Punk, fog and steam everywhere.
yeah, more serious tone and everything too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, there's gonna be wonderfully serious tones in this.
Yeah, I just like the actual
Yeah, yeah.
design.
It's very Wind Waker for SquareSoft.
Right.
So let's see here. Nice, nice. We're just gonna act like it's like I'm playing on a PlayStation and hope that they mapped it correctly.
Yeah, PC with an Xbox controller, but we're gonna just try to kind of get through it too as well, like not really dwell too much on. I think our goal is just going to be to try to show off as much of the game to you as we can within like an hour.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe get out of the city, get to the forest area if we can make it that far, and then call it there. But I'm interested if for those who are watching, what's your history with the game? Did you play it? Did you like it? What's your favorite Final Fantasy?
Yeah, boy.
Let us know.
First battle of the day.
Be prepared to hear a lot of sweet jams. Sweet jams all around. Also, hopefully the mix is right and we're not being drowned out by the game.
Wouldn't be the worst thing, right? Came here to watch the game, not me. It's
But if anybody remembers, you can see already these models are a lot nicer looking.
ho, stealing some good stuff already. Man, when it gives me the chance to equip stuff, I'm game. Let's see here. Yeah.
Cool.
Solid 4 points of damage there, Cinna. That's my boy. Alright. Too much afro on my face. It's kind of funky. Sometimes the game likes to trade off on whether it's going to like continue prompts for me or not. Because I was really sitting there watching Baku for a second. I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably press the A button.
Yeah, sometimes it just continues on its own.
Yep. So, if you're reading along quickly, the story is of Zidane and his troop of merry men, and they have a plan here.
They're gonna take this paper castle.
That they brought from Super Mario RPG, it almost looks like.
Yeah. Actually, that center tower looks like a sword that's kind of like coming up out of it.
Yeah, yeah. Got Super Mario RPG. Shout out. Love that game.
Also, if anybody's watching that happened to tune in yesterday and is wondering why we're doing this again, it's because we weren't happy with the quality of the video from yesterday, plain and simple. So we're redoing it again. So
Yeah, yeah.
if you did check it out yesterday, apologize for that, but this should hopefully be a lot better for you, and hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. As you can tell, we're very professional about this. You know, we only want S-tier quality content.
S tier, that's right.
S-tier. I know what the plan is, dog. Yeah. I'm getting the Babelicious beauty. You know it. All right. I'm glad we're on the same page. Hiroshi, represent. Good job, bro.
Way to go, Hiroshi.
Yeah. Sugawara, Nakamura, good job, man. You guys really
Rocky.
turned out a quality product here. Big fan, big fan. Yeah.
Pretty cool airship.
Pretty cool, but really not Final Fantasy VIII Ragnarok cool, alright? That's like the one part of maybe that Magic Punk that I kind of miss. The Ragnarok is like the dopest shit.
Yeah. I wish I had a... See, if this was a pre-recorded video, I'd flash up a picture of it right now, but I don't. There we go. We did it. Thanks for watching, folks.
Woo! We got it.
That's the end.
Yep. That's all we needed. You can go ahead and make a full consensus of this game by what you've seen so far.
That's all I need to know. You don't see that a lot. Conceived.
Yeah.
And produced by. I like the conceived.
Yeah, they really set the mood, you know what I'm saying? Like...
And you got this jarring segue back into the game graphics.
They did not clean up those models at all. Goodness.
Right, yeah, the extras.
Alright, cool. It's kind of funny, because, yeah, that is kind of a little Squaresoft optical illusion where some of their FMVs are, like, pre-recorded with the models in them rather than being a full, like, CG effect.
Right, yep. I don't remember if we talked about this the other day, but do you remember how in Final Fantasy VIII they worked in the cutscenes with the models and you can walk around some of them? I thought that was so cool.
Oh yeah, at the time,
because some of them were some pretty epic moments, like fights going on, and you were able to like weave your way through the battle.
Yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking
like,
about.
The garden would like crash into another, and you're kind of there.
It was two different seed academies that you're fighting, and like everyone's in the background. You're just trying to like run through.
Yeah, and there's like the motorcycles going by, and that was. I remember. This is like pretty nerdy of me, but back in the day, I remember when those cutscenes were coming up, I would record them onto a VHS tape. So as they were coming up, I would start recording it, and then like a week later, I would go down the street to my buddy's house and like be like, "Yo, I'd like to check this out," and I would show him. Pre-internet, you know, and all that, like, or at least before I had the internet. But yeah, that was what you had to do. And I remember like kind of recording it as it went to kind of have a movie form of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I also remember doing that a lot with Grand Theft Auto. I used to turn on Grand Theft Auto 3, turn on all the codes and stuff like that, and then somehow make it so I would have music in the background, synced up to like me playing.
Oh, sick.
And it was pretty awesome. I have no idea if those VHS tapes are around, but man, that would be one hell of a find if I could bust them out one day.
Yeah. Your quality content that you're recording back then.
Yeah.
Analog.
That's where it all started.
Hell yeah.
Producer game started. So yeah, I think Gopher can explain here, but there's a card game similar to Part 8 in this, and that's what he just gave us, is some cards for that.
Yeah, it's my memory of it, again, this memory is like 20 years old, but it's a solid game. I loved Final Fantasy VIII card system too, love that you can get stuff from it, and they really expanded it a lot more in 9. Like, that's how you get a lot of like your legendary weapon for one of your characters, and best summon and items and stuff.
I'm forgetting, this is going to sound like a new question, but there's no GFs or anything in this game, right?
So they are now 6 summons. I forgot if they're called Eidolons here in this one. So they're not tied to your abilities so much anymore. Now they're actually more for specific characters. Final Fantasy IX really took away like where you could make anybody do anything and really brought back the dedicated classes. So Zidane is your thiefy fast boy. Vivi is your black magic boy.
And you can have 4 party members, unlike 7 and 8, which were 3.
Yep. And then, you know, this is unfortunately right before 10, where 10 really brought out not only the 4-party system, but you could change your team, like, mid-battle, you know? So you could have, like, your whole team playing. So,
okay,
we're getting there. Final Fantasy, you know, always evolving, always trying something new, you know?
You know, that makes me think of, I got Final Fantasy 15. Didn't really play more than maybe an hour or so of it. I don't know what it was. I just kind of, I think I got up to where you get the car.
Sorry, I got really excited about
Final Fantasy 15, and then I kind of put it down.
Yeah.
But I like the combat in that game, but I just couldn't really get into it out of the gate.
I don't know. Same thing. I mean, I love Final Fantasy. I bought Final Fantasy 10 like on bargain, and I played it for like maybe 20 minutes or so. And
I remember 10 being kind of cool. Yeah, I know a lot of people really like that one.
Except for,
I didn't get too into it.
Except for the best part in that game. Ha 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 ha. Do you remember that? Please.
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh God.
What was that supposed to be?
Oh, that is meme worthy. It's like some scene where like the hero's trying to like tell the other girl like, oh no, you just gotta have like a happy face, you know, and instead of like going and bursting the song, like just do a laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does sound familiar now.
It's like, oh God, stop. No, I'm not gonna redo this. Thank you. Yeah.
I also remember I have part 12, Final Fantasy 12.
I never played that, honestly.
And that one was cool.
Yeah.
But it got tough. I remember, I think I probably put 2 hours or so into it, like pretty early on, I'm sure, compared to how long that game is. But
Crop Top Galore.
it got really tough really early on. And then when I remember asking about it, kind of here and there, that's what I found out is that game is being known for getting pretty tough, like really.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that one gets a lot of hate too, actually.
It is so
They
different.
re-released it though, the Zodiac Age.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it on like PS4 and Switch and stuff. I don't
Um,
remember what's extra about it or updated, but
I think
it's cleaned up, you
I
know.
think there was a damage nerf that they did. Because I think in the original game there was like something you can do to like really bump it like over the top, and I think they capped it.
That little Koopa would make a nice little sticker.
Yeah. Love those pom poms. Yes, master, I'm coming. I didn't mean to make you wait, master. I'm a good BB. I'm such a good BB. There's obviously a weird dynamic with this rat kid. How badly he wants slaves, you know?
Horrible.
Weird dynamic.
Horrible.
And
so we're gonna get across these rooftops, and then we're going to watch the play, right? Is that the next part?
Yes.
Is that when it switches to that other character?
Yeah, Vivi will not see any combat right now at all, as much as we all want to see Vivi do his thing. We will eventually switch back to Zidane, and then we will have a little time with the princess and her valiant bodyguard. I don't know if you just want me to give away names yet, or if
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you know.
I don't think you need to pick up the guild though, right? I think we're just trying to get to.
I mean, it was just right there. Like
Yeah, I'm just because I know there's another one coming up.
Oh yeah. You caught me, honestly. I was probably gonna go get that guild again.
I
but
knew
you're
you
right.
were. That's why I had
You're
to
right.
stop
You're
you.
right. Yeah. Just look at me, just picking up chump change here. Oh, can I not go over that thing? Okay, never mind. All right. Whee! Whee! We did. I'm just kind of looking at where this ladder is sitting on, because I think it's rendered a little too nicely there for where it's placed.
Actually, I think one of those should have been on the other side of that.
Yeah. Hey, everyone's trying, right?
Don't look directly at the flaws.
No.
But yeah, like we were saying, this game has a very different style. You know, big heads, big hands, kind of exaggerated a bit, a little bit more.
Yeah, of all things, huge cuffs on everybody. Huge coat cuffs. Even if they're not wearing a coat, they still have glorious cuffs.
This guy with his
he's such a
80s
scene
band.
kid.
Yeah, he's got his 80s band eyeliner.
You know his playlist is filled with nothing but like the used. Used Alkaline Trio, maybe some Black Dahlia.
Yeah.
Such a
FI.
kid. Yeah.
That and it's like a bunch of like death metal.
For anyone that's played this game, Vivi, lovely character. Terribly sad character.
The mage.
Yeah, and as much as he plays a wonderful part of the ending, it's very bittersweet. It's very bittersweet, especially
I didn't
when you
make it too
figure
far
out
in this game. I think I got to the second disc maybe.
Yeah.
Back in the day. I think I rented this a couple times. Never owned it up until just recently, but
yeah, back before Redbox kids, we had to go into a store for video cassettes and DVDs and ask for our games.
And you could actually remember you could rent the systems. They
would
have them in those black.
That was
hard
brief.
shell cases.
Yeah, that was very brief though because
I remember they were expensive, weren't they, to rent them?
Yeah, and eventually they stopped because I think a bunch of people would just straight steal them.
I mean, I think they would get it. I think they would charge you for them because I think you had to put a card down or something to get it.
But it's so easy to like open a card and like not pay for things.
Yeah, I'm just saying they got their money though, even if they ran off with it, you know.
Yeah. In case anyone's wondering, I work in finance. It's not hard to get a line of credit and not pay on it. Okay.
Aye.
Gotta love how committed to the role everyone is. And at this point, guys,
everyone all in on it.
Everyone can see I'm on autopilot right now. It's doing its thing, you know? Just doing its thing. And also, it's assuming that you have like an 8th grade reading level, so hopefully you're reading along, you know?
It's jam.
I believe just like all Final Fantasy in this era, I believe Uematsu mixed this track here, mixed this soundtrack. For anyone that ever gets a chance, by the way, if he still brings like the Black Mages around, that's the live orchestra that does Final Fantasy tracks. Anyone that gets a chance, you guys should go. It's really cool. Like especially if you're just a fan of the collection of work and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know how often they do that, but that'd be cool to check out.
Yeah, at least in the last few years, down here like during Comic-Con, which surprise, we're here in San Diego. Represent.
I know they do those orchestras for other stuff too. Like I've seen them do that for like Assassin's Creed. Which has some great music across all those games.
Yeah,
I think they've done one for. I remember they used to do the Video Games Live thing years ago.
Well, about 4 years back. About 4 years back, I had lawn seats to watch the orchestration for Ocarina of Time.
Oh, that's nice. That would have been. Yeah, it's got some good music too.
I don't think. Oh no, it wasn't just Ocarina of Time. It was a collection of
Zelda.
A bunch of Zelda. Yeah.
Nice.
Very very cool. A lot of great video.
Yeah, that's the cool thing too. They always make it with pair it with video and do like those kinds of. It's definitely a big event.
Yeah. Honestly, though, like for any of those entertainments where you get like video in the background, best experience I ever had. If anyone has ever seen Death Clock, from Metalocalypse,
yeah,
live, it is a hell of a show. you got Breton and them doing the actual like guitar work and whatnot, and of course they got like synced video in the background. It's dope as fuck. Like, it was great, and it was like some sort of weird like event that you couldn't pay money for. Like, you just had to be on a fucking thing, and they had like they had free drinks and like a little meet and greet and stuff. It was dope. Yep.
This goes on for a little while, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, you're fucking me up, man. You're fucking me up. And I think it's like one little mistake really brings the score down, and each subsequent mistake doesn't hurt as much, especially if you're trying to get like a bunch of gil or like a special item.
Yeah, I think there's 100 audience members to please.
Yeah. Oh.
And I think last time you got around 16 or something.
I think I settled on 69.
Yeah.
Which I'll always settle on 69. Oh, fucked up
Hope
again.
everybody in the chat's doing all right. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, we're probably just gonna play this for the first hour. So that would be, if you're familiar or not with the game, once you get out of the castle and everything, and you head towards the next big area, the forest.
Got
So
a
just
little pay there.
kind of showing you the intro,
Yeah.
how this game kind of gets going.
Yeah.
A bit of a slow start, I guess some would say, but
Has there anyone said hi?
nobody has said hi yet. Can't believe it.
Well, you know, it's not like it's advertised
okay, though.
or anything. You know,
alright.
That's fine. It's okay.
Thanks for watching, though.
Yeah.
That's all we really care about.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. If you guys have memories, though, feel free to share them.
Mm-hmm.
I really, like I said, don't have a lot of experience with this game. I got to the end of part 8, but I didn't beat it.
Mm.
I actually have even less experience with part 7 in this game. I only played the demo of the remake of part 7.
Yeah.
Other than that, I never played the original.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know that's a crime. I'm sorry,
honestly,
but
now at this point, like, they're two completely different games. So in reality, if your first experience is gonna be Final Fantasy VII Remake,
That's
kudos
cool.
on you, man. It's a great game.
Yeah, no, I've heard nothing but good things for that remake for sure.
Yeah, like of all things, the voice acting is amazing, and the models and characterizations.
I like that demo. I
system.
did get the demo and beat it.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Um.
I also played, we talked about earlier, I played a bit of 10. I played a little bit of 12. Played a little bit of 15.
Yeah.
I also actually played a little bit of 14, which is the online
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Played that with a friend, maybe just a couple sessions.
At this point, if for anyone will tell you that plays 14 now, it's like now as high quality as like any mainline Final Fantasy title, especially with the most recent expansions.
Well, they keep expanding on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they just pushed out another expansion for it within the last month or two, right? I think they keep it up to date for I don't know, how old is that game? It's got to be 4 or so years old, or
Yeah,
around there?
and that's
More?
that's whether or not we're counting World Reborn before or after. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because Final Fantasy 14 version 1 was not the biz.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't even jump. The hell? You can't have an MMO and you can't even do a little hop.
What kind
You
of
gotta
world are
spam
we living in? I was gonna say, I also played a little bit of the old school on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy 3, I think it was.
Yeah.
I know everybody. I don't know if you've heard this, but I think a lot of people say Part 6. A lot of people really love Part 6 and say that that's
Yes.
like their favorite.
Part 6 is phenomenal. And especially when you consider it's Super Nintendo. Like, it's
Oh,
one
right.
hell of a story. And I mean, Kefka is one hell of an enemy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. See, I don't think I played that one.
Mhm.
I also played a little bit of the very first one, but that one's just too rough to kind of go back and play, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, besides the main lines, though, I mean, Square had a number of excellent off titles. Chrono Trigger is heralded
right,
as one of the best RPGs ever.
Secret of Mana, of course.
Yep.
Which those were cool because, I mean, I don't know, don't quote me, but maybe it'd be cool to do a Secret of Mana gameplay one day because I liked how those games let you do up to 3 players,
Mm-hmm.
or at least the first one did. I think, right? And then second one, which was Japan only, I think, let you do just 2 players, but they actually just re-released like both of those. They remade part 2 as Trials of Mana, but it's only 1 player, and then they re-released Secret of Mana. I think you can get it on Switch and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So these guys are kind of
Not the right way, I know. No, I really do.
Zorn and Zorn.
The time to wonder. Now is not.
We got Yoda in here.
Hot fire.
It spits hot fire.
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
The
that
best
crispy
rapper.
fire sound.
Dylon, 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 and Dylon. Crispy fire. Actually, folks, don't mind me. I'm gonna go grab a drink and my phone. Gopher will be here, manning it down. Be back in a second.
I think your phone's right here. Oh, cool. It's a burner. Dope. Princess Garnet is in danger. Looking good. Oh, you just missed the jiggle. They added some jiggle effect. I don't remember any polygon jiggling back in the day. Also, Beatrix got them lips. I'd go watch it.
Also just realized my hair is kind of looking messed up, so don't mind the hat, folks.
Yeah.
Also, don't mind that the hat says ET on it. Yes, I do rep.
There's probably
Not
a way
just
to
a
get
streaming
that.
channel. It's also a clothing company and a website. The more you know.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit of everything. So
Doing it up here in 2021.
also don't mind me and my drink. Happy Friday to everybody out there, by the way. Thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, you
Thanks
know.
for hanging out with us. I know it's could be doing a lot of other stuff.
It used to be socially unacceptable to stay in and play video games on a Friday night, but you know, fuck that.
We don't mind.
Yeah. Where is everybody? Coming out here in their underwear. Disgraceful. Oh, yeah, you better be ashamed. Useless good for nothings. Yeah, can't get any good help these days, right?
So now you're gonna control this guy here.
Oh boy, Stoner. Or at least he would be if I was allowed to name him. I think there's a keyboard involved here. One of the features of, I guess, playing on a PC. I wouldn't know that life. I use, you know, peripherals only. Her Majesty will be most displeased.
We will be the laughing stock of Beatrix and her
Retinue. Retinue? Is that, I guess that's the word. Retinue. I didn't know that. Didn't know that word before. I like to pride myself
And we're
on...
learning.
Yeah. I like to pride myself on my vocabulary. Didn't know retinue.
Guy doesn't believe in covering his ankles. Or his...
No, hot ankles Steiner.
So right here we got to get to the top of this tower. We're gonna see ourselves a cutscene.
What up, dog?
I like how that guy's all winded. Trying to get up all
So
these stuff.
tired. How dare you assume I exercise, you piece of shit. So that's a wonderful thing about this game is that, unlike in other titles before where you kind of guess if you can interact with something, the game will just straight up tell you, hey, go ahead and check this out. Question mark. What is it?
Right. Nice joke.
I'm gonna get you. I'm
really
gonna
after
get
her.
you. Yo, Zidane is a little problematic. Let's be honest here, guys. Pre-Weinstein, little bit of a problem child here. Though he is 16, so you know we're all still trying to figure ourselves out, figure out boundaries. But she's also really playful too. I'm not trying to say that like
Yeah.
she deserves
Keep going with it.
everything or anything. I do not victim shame at all. That's a real problem, guys. But she ain't no victim. She's dope. My boy coming in
You
hot.
ever see other characters with a tail like that? Is that like a race?
It definitely does get explained later on. Same with Vivi. It's not a coincidence that he has a blacked out face. There's big explanation for that, you know?
Gotcha.
And it gets really sad, too. I don't know. I try to respect spoilers, because yeah, I know this is a 21-year-old game, but, like, hey, this could be the first
Right.
time that maybe anyone's seeing anything here.
I mean, it did come out just recently on Game Pass, so there might be people here or that watch it, you know, archived that are just kind of check it out. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen the whole thing, and I'm interested in playing it all myself now, so I wouldn't want it spoiled for me.
So, you know, this isn't my freshest reaction to this game. The game is beautiful and whatnot, but I think up to this point, Ruby is definitely my favorite character model. I would definitely rep Ruby. That's great stuff. Great stuff.
I actually really like her way of talking.
Oh yes, Southern.
Yeah, she's got that southern twang.
Got that drawl.
I mean, you can't hear it, but you can definitely
And then she's got,
read it.
and I guess her hair is like a silvery green, and I guess that's a bow.
Yeah, I think that's a headband. Yeah.
Yeah. Good style on this girl. You know, she's obviously very confident in her skin.
Just
And,
rate all the styles on a 0 to 10 scale.
yeah. No,
She's like an 8. She's good.
I was gonna go 9, 100%. I mean, especially because you know, my girl here is wearing a onesie under this robe. That's like a 4.
I mean, and this dude's just got some cuffs that are magically hanging out.
yeah. See, I'm proposing that it's probably the gloves.
Part
I
of the gloves?
I think it's part of the gloves, because otherwise, yes. How do we have phantom cuffs? Doesn't make any sense at all. I'm really sorry, guys, if I'm breaking the tension of this beautiful, blossoming romance. It's really cute. There eventually is some a sweet butt grab that will happen. That's again little
Come on, man. I didn't want to know that.
Yeah,
I wanted to experience that for
a
myself.
little problematic again in this day and age. Obviously, it was ripe humor back in the day. Teen me was just like, huh, I would have done the same thing because I was creepy.
Sound like it.
Yeah, I'm insinuating that I'm somehow less creepy now. Yeah, beat that chest. Yeah, you really gotta be careful.
Very nice.
Because if you don't watch out, like Zidane will fucking headbutt you in the chest. Senna be looking plump in this game. He would.
Sedan or Sedane?
I like to say Zidane, but that's because I have fond memories of that World Cup a long time ago.
This is one of those things where like they don't ever say the name, so I guess it's up for debate.
You're right, exactly.
Like I remember, so Final Fantasy X. I don't know if people out there are with me on this, but the people who called it Titus or Titus.
Yeah.
But then they say the name,
Mm-hmm.
so you really don't have an excuse to get it wrong.
Well, actually,
I don't remember what it was though officially.
Actually, they don't say his actual name in any of the videos or anything. All the other characters keep their name for the sake of like voice acting, but they never
don't.
say his name.
How about they did?
Yeah, he's the only character in Final Fantasy X that you get to pick his name at the beginning, and like that's it. Everyone else is
corrected then.
Everyone else is Yuna and Riku and all them. Watch, you're gonna get like 3 comments. Like, no,
yeah,
Gopher doesn't know what the
she's
fuck he's
in on
talking
it
about at all.
as far as wanting to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird. It turns away from being an abduction to being, all right, yeah, let's just help you run away, and in the process destabilize the local economy. Jump on in. Get in there, boy. Yeah, get stuck in there. Wow, look at that. Look at that clipping in there. They wanted to do better, but, man.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, that clipping. I'm stuck, sir. I'm stuck. I can't get out. Oh, no. Oh, if only I wasn't so weak. He bought it.
That's right, because he's in on it.
Yep. He was in on it the whole time. Gotta love a big engine that you can just jump on, you know?
I think I'm falling for you.
Yeah, he is very forward. You know, just like all 16-year-olds. Shout out to all the introverts out there that were not crazy outward 16-year-olds. Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to go down there. Go through this door. Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not the first time Steiner's used a pole.
Using that fire pole.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pro.
Yeah, that was a nice twirl. Oh no! Oh no!
He didn't even recognize that it wasn't one of his boys.
Nope, because he's that good. My boy Blank. Man, I would be pissed if my parents called me Blank. That sounds like they left a space on the birth certificate, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
My kid's name is Blank.
We'll come back to it later. Leave it blank.
Just leave it blank. Yeah, good job, honey. Yeah, that sounds nice. Alright, do you have anything? Oh, I stole his shirt.
Nice.
That's how talented these thieves are, is you can take a shirt from underneath someone's armor. And his hat.
So, steal is basically like draw from Final Fantasy VIII?
Yeah. So, did Final Fantasy VIII not have, like, an actual steal command?
I think it was just draw.
Weird.
Did 7 have a draw or steal?
Yeah, steal materia. Eventually, you can learn how to mug somebody, which just means to attack and steal, so that it's extra aggressive.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think 8 was just, like item magic, GF, draw.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Using his powers.
So,
I hate Oglops.
in Final Fantasy 8, the GFs were like pretty badass, the way those like animations were when you summoned them and stuff, but
yeah,
man, you ended up having to do them so many times and watch those animations so many times.
And mash that square button. Mash.
It's nice in the remaster that they had come out, because I think you can do like triple speed, or you can speed it up. There's a button you can click to speed up the game in general.
Does it auto power up though? Because that was one of the reasons, like, you watch the thing, but you're like pumping the square button when it tells you to, so you can like boost up your GF.
I guess, but I don't think a lot of them did that.
Man, I mean, once you get Eden at the end there, that's like the whole reason you watch that damn 60-second summon, you know? Do you remember that one?
Oh, I never got to the end.
Yeah, straight up, yeah, for anyone that knows, like, for these games, there's always like a final summon that's like a longer cutscene, more damage, all that. And Eden was straight up like 45 solid seconds every time you pick that summon. But you're doing like 15,000 damage, you know, when the game
Yeah.
like is supposed to cut at a certain point, you know?
Yeah, that was one of those things. Is like those GFs would do heavy damage, but you'd have to do it so many times because it wouldn't always kill them, even after doing it a few times. You'd have all three of you guys queued up to do a GF, and then you'd have
Go,
to do that like 6 times through
you
or
can
something.
go make a sandwich, you know?
Yeah, that was the one thing. I think because the combat, like in this, for example, and a lot of the other games, the majority of the other games weren't so like summon or GF heavy,
Yeah.
based. So, your player to player like combat rolls go by quicker, I think.
In reality, summons have played a pretty big part since Final Fantasy, I want to say 3 or 4. And they're always something a little extra that you can do. Each of them kind of changes it up a little bit. Like Final
I
Fantasy
believe they even
6,
had them in 15, right? I mean, I didn't see them myself,
yes.
but I remember like trailers showing them.
I mean,
kind of in there.
they're basically just big giant shows. You know?
Yeah.
Kind of like did you play Kingdom Hearts 3 at all?
No, I actually never played any Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh, that's definitely one. I wouldn't
Actually, no,
want
I
to show.
played the one on 3DS. There's a demo for
Yeah.
the 3D one.
I wouldn't want to show anybody the beginning of any of those Kingdom Hearts games because they're remarkably slow, like every single time.
Yeah.
Um,
See, I wouldn't even know what's going on in that story if I picked up 2 or 3. I've heard people talk about it, and I get totally lost in how convoluted it is.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, every other word is darkness, so it gets a little much.
Yeah.
With how much the darkness affects.
It's one of
the
those that I've
darkness.
always wanted to get 1 and 2 just to add to my collection,
Yeah.
but just never got around to it. And then I know people waited forever for part 3, but I think overall it sounds like most people were let down.
A little bit. I mean, I loved all those games, but I kind of felt it was really weird that almost all of your worlds are almost exclusively just Pixar, and it's just kind of like you couldn't.
For part 3, you mean?
Yeah, like you couldn't
Yeah.
bring that. Like the only one that's not a Pixar title was like Hercules. You know, that's the first level of the game, and like everything.
It wasn't
else,
because they already burned through the rest of them in the other 2 games, you think?
But even in like from like going from Kingdom Hearts 1 to 2, like they reused a couple settings. Like you went back to Halloween Town, you went back to Little Mermaid, even though that was a fucking sing along.
Okay.
You went back to other ones, but for some reason, like they just did not want to do that with the third one, and it just seems like a missed opportunity to like, you know, pad your game a little more.
Yeah.
You know, why aren't you gonna do more fan service?
Oh.
No. Not the princess.
She got it.
Not the princess. He was too good for this world.
Hopefully we're not peeking out you guys' audio over there.
I mean, you're here for the drama, and you're gonna get the drama.
I mean, again, it's been pretty silent in the chat. By pretty silent, I mean completely silent.
Hell
But
yeah.
If we're blowing out your speakers or your eardrums, please speak up and let us know.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, a murder suicide. That's so beautiful. Yes, you're right, Queen Braun. I too am
jiggle,
moved
jiggle?
to tears. Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
Looks like she has bells attached to the sides of her head.
Yeah, she's got a lot going on. She's got like side braid bells. She's got
She looks
like
nothing like
at all.
the princess.
Nothing at all. There's absolutely no resemblance. That is not
Adopted child?
Yeah, probably. Okay, I'm not even sure if I'm spoiling or not. I kind of forgot that aspect. I believe so. That or it's like a fucking Disenchanted where it's like not the king's original wife. It's like a new wife or something. I don't know.
Right.
There's no King Braun. I don't know what's going on with that.
See a couple dog people in the background.
Mm-hmm. Princess. Ah. Leave me alone. Don't come any closer. Arson.
Sets her on fire.
Arson. Let's get out of here. I feel like Steiner really lost focus for a little while there, bro. Like, you knew that we were just all playing along.
He did, yeah.
Why did you play along?
Well,
it was just fun. Stubborn as always.
just noticed that guy in the background has some things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's probably half orc. God, I miss Dungeons and Dragons. Really need this vaccine to kick in so I can fucking roll some dice. Not all about this online life.
So we gotta fight our way. I think so. We're gonna fight our way out of here. Then I believe it's gonna move on to when we start going towards the forest area.
Dun, 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 dun. Get out of here.
Oh, I wish I had a back on my chair.
I mean,
How long we've been doing?
being so gracious, giving me the
All right,
back chair today.
we're about on a schedule.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying earlier, probably gonna play just about the first hour. We're about 10 minutes shy of being there, and we're pretty much about to get to that forest. So
Yeah, slap him with
where
the
I
can.
thought we would be. I mean, I have to say though, I think that once we end the video, I'm definitely going to continue this probably over the weekend because I've forgotten most of it. I really didn't get very far in it,
Yeah.
and seeing it again, I'm really intrigued. You know, I really like what this game's putting down. I want to
Yeah.
check it out more.
It's some pretty.
Seems like it holds up better than I would have thought it would. I mean, even the combat and stuff looks better.
Arguably, when we played this off the hard disk, even the character models there look pretty great
Yeah, not bad.
compared to when you look at old footage of, like, say, Final Fantasy 7 or 8 that looks obviously, like, really dated, you know? That's
Yeah.
because they're going for, like, some realism, you know?
Well, Final Fantasy like 7, for example, I remember they were like
They had more
blocky. They were
more of an
like
anime
they
aesthetic.
looked like those Mega Blocks,
Yeah.
kind of like toys almost. The way
You're,
they were.
you're right. I guess really looking more at, like, Final Fantasy 8 and Vagrant Story at the time, which
Yeah.
were released around then.
I mean, 8 did go for the realistic look, but it just didn't have those like, you know, like I'll talk about like the Mega Block like proportion type of models.
It almost feels like 9 is like a merger of the two. Like, kind of funky shapes with some realism and effect, you know, like,
Yeah, kind of straddling both those lines there.
I'd like to
And
mention...
then part 10 was just kind of the realistic route. It was a very colorful game, part 10.
Yeah,
But the
100%.
models and proportions and all that stuff, so to speak, were like very much grounded in reality. And then it's funny because then, we didn't even mention Final Fantasy 11, but there was a Final Fantasy 11, folks, and it was only online, I think, and it was back on like PlayStation. Remember that? You can get it on PlayStation. You had to get the modem.
Yeah. Did they stop supporting Final Fantasy 11?
Oh, I think a long, long time ago. Yeah. I actually owned it.
makes sense.
I got it back. Like I have a PS2 copy of Final Fantasy 11, but I've never been able to play it because even when I got it back then, I think someone gave it to me. Actually, it was already shut down.
Oh, wow.
And I don't think there's any other version of it out there that you can get. I mean, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that as far as
I'm
downloading it somewhere and stuff, like I don't know if you can get it.
I'm sure that if you own the actual game and you probably set up your own private server to like run it on type thing.
Probably some tricks to get around it, yeah.
Because I believe there was a community that kept up Galaxies for a little while until it stopped getting support.
I was gonna say, so like I don't even remember what Final Fantasy 11 looked like. But then Final Fantasy 12 went to kind of like I guess similar to like 8. Well, I don't know.
No,
it had kind of like a very brownish hue, very kind of like.
And it was all about character placement and movement and like live battling. Like it was funky.
Yeah, that was actually 12 was the first time it went to that kind of a system where, like you're saying, you could free roam kind of in your fighting space, and you had like your gauge, like your ATB gauge, you know, so you had to wait for them to execute moves. But like you said, you could walk around and stuff. But the look that I'm talking about though was very like, you know, it had kind of a medieval fantasy like. I don't think it didn't have any of the sci-fi like futuristic like vehicles and elements like 8 had. It was very much grounded in like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
I mean it's
even the character designs were
it's the same universe. It's the same universe as Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Not Tactics Advanced or whatever. That's that was a whole weird dream Icarus. But yeah, it's great Tactics.
That's another game that people really, really love. Can't really praise it enough. People always talk about Tactics being great.
Wonderful game, brilliant story. You know, very, very high fantasy political intrigue. Brutally difficult.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
It's definitely one of those like. No, sorry. It's definitely one of those games that you keep multiple save files because
you know you're gonna.
There's a point.
Make a wrong move.
There's a very famous point in Final Fantasy Tactics where if you did not level properly or like class level properly, you will not pass. And if you did not properly save, you will lose hours upon hours of the game, or you will not come to a point where you can actually load to an earlier point and you're forced to restart the whole game.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Nobody likes that. But I've done that, and it's a wonder.
There's been a couple of games I've experienced where you're just too far behind to make progress. Yeah,
it's a real wonder that I've finished Tactics,
especially on those older games when saves and checkpoints weren't as forgiving. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you don't want to be in that situation.
By the way, if you do get Final Fantasy 9 on PC, it does kind of have a continue save state point, so that in case you turn off your application, it'll put you before like whatever point that you were just about to like go into.
So you don't have to, if you didn't manually save.
Yeah. So for instance, like we're testing everything out, and we were at the point before like a little boss here, and we had to turn it off to adjust levels, and we came back to continue, and it was right at the scene there, like where it left off.
Yeah, there's some little modern touches. I mean, there's languages, like you could choose different languages.
I
don't know if there was anything else.
It looks like there's a couple cheats that it also includes too, if you wanted to like boost up experience or skill or whatever.
Okay.
But you know.
And then again, I mean, we don't have anything to compare it to, but these models, though, I mean, can't express enough how much cleaned up they've done.
Mm-hmm.
We're cutting it off right now, but there's these gray bars on the left and right side that you can't see in the video, but it's presented in like a 4:3 format.
The Prima Vista. That's what the ship was called.
That's what the ship was called, really?
Yeah, the Prima Vista.
Come on down.
We're in the scary woods, guys.
This game is interesting though because I mean can't think of another Final Fantasy that had this many characters that were kind of on your side in the beginning to get, you know, right away.
Yeah.
I mean, you always have like your party and some of your allies, but I mean
there's always
this game starts up with like a whole crew of people that you're with, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, there's always classically like a Biggs and Wedge in each.
Yeah,
Bob
there's always a
Bass
couple friends. But I mean, you've got like what, 3, 4, 5, 6
guys
people
piling
here,
bodies.
little extras.
Got splashed under the ship. Aw. Cinna's already ready to hang, you guys see his little chain noose and collar that he's wearing? You know he's a sub. You're nuts, you know that?
You gonna jump off?
Oh, got the devil's luck. Eight, Hoopo. You want to check out this
so this
eight?
is you can. What is this? You can see events that are kind of going on if you want some more like context, like story context.
Yeah. So.
This one here.
Got you. Yeah. So for this first one, this is you have to watch this so that it shows you like the scene. But basically, throughout the game, it'll tell you like, oh, you can watch this little special scene. But technically, it will give you an option not to watch it if you really don't want it, like maybe for speed running or something.
Right. Yeah.
But that was kind of a cool little aspect thing.
Kind of just showing you what's going on somewhere else. Nice. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess with that said, we've had a couple people watching the whole time on Twitch.
Oh, dope.
Even though you didn't say anything the whole time, I appreciate whoever you are watching. Thank you.
Hey, no judgment, sorry. If you're a quiet boy or girl, that's okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't identify with either of those, I didn't mean any disrespect. Love is for everybody, guys. You know, let's keep it positive. All day, every day.
Evil Force. But I think though this is where we're gonna call it. That was, look at that, right about 59 minutes and 15 seconds. So first hour of the game is.
I'm gonna cut you off because we got just one more little big boy here.
So I don't know. I guess a bit of a. I don't even know if it's just such a slow start. I mean, this is the second time we've watched it now, and I was actually entertained both times. I would,
Come on.
Again, but
oh, hold on, guys.
we had some fights.
Hold on.
Had some cutscenes.
We gotta watch this DBZ style transformation about to happen. It's about to get wild, guys. Check it out. Check it out. Watch out now.
Checking it.
Yeah. It's pride, baby.
Nice.
It's pride.
But yeah, I don't feel like that was that slow of a start.
Steiners.
I've seen slower games, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not a Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is way slower.
I mean, the very first thing that happened in this game was a fight of that dude disguised. Remember?
Yeah. This Dragon Boy.
Cutscenes are pretty cool. I like those CG cutscenes we saw.
So yeah, when you get into this trance, so to speak, guys, you do all these crazy abilities. Each person does something a little bit crazier.
So I just noticed this dude's now, his outfit's changed. He's like got his like.
Yeah.
He's got like his.
He's gone.
Like he's got his primal or his animal. Skin or whatever. I don't even know what it is.
Which, just like any JRPG, they eventually explain it, you know. And so, the whole point of this boss fight is really to show you that little aspect. All your characters will be able to do something similar. But your main character, Zidane, is definitely the one that you'll be most excited about his trances, you know?
And you triggered that.
Well, this time it was
automatic, but
yeah.
you would tell it would be like a limit break where you
exactly. It's the limit break of this iteration.
Gotcha.
Vivi, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right.
Not dead yet.
But will she be saved? Will the princess be okay and continue in the path of the game that is being preset by the developers? Find out next time. That's a terrible transition. It's not like you can just cut.
All right. I mean, I guess we're out.
I
with
mean,
that.
or we keep playing. I don't know.
No, we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, that's the first hour. Fun game though, still a good one. Get the PC version if you can. I mean,
Game
I think it's
Pass.
also on PS4 and Xbox One. But yeah, if you have Game Pass, it's just part of it.
Yeah. Plus, if you do buy it on anything else, it's like $10. It's really cheap, and you'll get like at least 30 hours.
I
Of
mean,
content.
it's not even a big game, so it's not like you need a lot of dedicated space for it. You know,
Nah.
pretty. I mean, it was 4 discs at the time, but now it's like probably like under 10 gigs or 15 or something. I imagine, not too hefty, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good time. Thanks, Gopher, for being on. Appreciate it. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. And if you enjoyed this, we're gonna try to do, or I can't speak for Gopher here, but for myself here, I'm gonna do stream twice, at least weekly, a Monday and Thursday, both at 8 o'clock. Monday's a modern game, Modern Monday, we're calling it. And then for Thursday, something retro, Throwback Thursday. So I think, I don't know what I'm going to do for this Monday or for this Thursday, but if you follow, you know, you'll get an update on what that's going to be well before we actually go live. And then besides the Monday and Thursday that are guaranteed, I'm just going to be streaming whenever I feel like it in between. I'm doing Halo Reach right now, the campaign, about halfway through that, and then on the last chapter of Little Nightmares 2, which is a new release on PS4. So probably see that this weekend, and then besides that, like I said, Monday and Thursdays for sure. All right, thanks again for watching. Hope you guys take care. Have a good weekend.
Bye.